So buying real estate is pretty simple. There are some big macro forces that impact the price, but one of those macro forces is often overlooked because it's so difficult to get a real gauge on it. The first macro force is obviously interest rates. Rising interest rates makes it more expensive for people to go and get debt, so that puts downward pressure on pricing, which is what we've seen over the last 9 rate rises. The market's basically come back about 10 to 15%. But the interesting thing is, in the Sydney markets particularly, we've seen that clearance rates, auction clearance rates, are at 70%, mid 70% range. That's a healthy clearance rate. That is indicative of a near normal market, if not a little bit on the positive side. So 70% of the properties that are going for auction are clearing. That's not an indication of a very slow market. Now, the other thing that people aren't paying attention to is Australian supply. If you have a look up here, this is a brilliant article written by Peter Esho. Peter E-S-H-O, so have a look him up. Now, what it talks about here is the Australian housing industry, the HIA, talks about the new house sales and the new houses that are basically being developed. Not permits, things that are being DA approved, but things that are being actually constructed. And you can see here that it's basically down 50% compared to the same period last year. And in fact, you know, at this period right now, we're selling there's about an average of about 3,000 brand new homes being sold per month, compared to 12,500 being sold during the peak of the pandemic. There are a few government grants that were going on at that point in time, so the government was really incentivizing brand new home construction, but we're at an all-time low. This is only going to exacerbate the rental crisis we're currently having, and it's also going to add some buoyancy to the market, which will stop what people are looking for, this massive crash or correction. It's just as simple as there's not enough supply coming into the market to merit a huge discount in the market. So even if interest rates keep on rising, which they will, they're going to crap out at a certain point. But if you're paying attention to the approvals and then the brand new construction that's being delivered, they're at all-time lows, which makes it very, very difficult for prices to keep on dropping. The other thing to all this is raw material prices and the cost of construction. They're still at all-time highs. So I don't see the arse of the market falling out. Anyways, happy investing.